Have you ever imagined yourself lost in the wilderness, stripped of your gear, facing nature head-on? It's a terrifying thought, but with the right knowledge, it's a challenge you can overcome. Today we're diving deep into the ultimate wilderness survival guide, what to eat, what to absolutely avoid, and the critical tricks that could save your life. If you're lost, don't panic, unless you see a squirrel judging you. Then panic a little. But seriously, take a breath and channel your inner wilderness ninja. Remember, rivers are nature's highways. Unless you can't swim, then they're nature's practical joke. When you find yourself alone in the wild, panic is your greatest enemy. Unless you see a bear, then panic is justified. But first, take a deep breath and prioritize. Think of the rule of threes, and maybe don't try to outstare a squirrel. If you're hungry, just remember, gourmet forest cuisine is mostly bugs. Bon appetit. You can survive 3 minutes without air. You can survive 3 hours without shelter in extreme weather. You can survive 3 days without water. You can survive 3 weeks without food. This tells us your immediate priorities are not food, but shelter, water, and fire. Food, while essential long-term, comes last on this initial list. Why? Because hypothermia or dehydration will kill you far faster than starvation. Foraging for food is like shopping, but everything is organic and nothing is labeled. Good luck. If you find a berry, ask yourself, would a cartoon character eat this? If yes, still don't eat it. Rivers, forests, and canyons, nature's way of saying you should have brought a map. If you're following a path and it disappears, congratulations, you're on an adventure, or lost, or both. Wilderness cooking tip: if it smells like feet, it's probably not dinner, unless you're desperate. Let's start with water, because without it, you'll be thirstier than a cactus at a desert rave. Dehydration saps your strength and makes you think hugging a porcupine is a good idea. Dewdrops, nature's way of saying, here's some water, but you'll have to work for it. Finding water, follow the green. Lush vegetation often signals a nearby water source. Animal trails, look for animal tracks converging. They often lead to water. Low-lying areas, valleys and depressions tend to collect water. Dew collection. In the morning, tie a cloth around your ankles and walk through tall grass. Wring out the collected dew. Rainwater. If it rains, collect every drop you can in leaves, concave rocks, or improvised containers. Boiling water, because nobody wants a side of bacteria with their hydration. Purifying water. This is non-negotiable. No matter how clear it looks, never drink untreated water. Boiling. Your best bet. Bring water to a rolling boil for at least 1 minute. This kills most bacteria, viruses, and parasites. Makeshift filter and its limitations. You can create a rudimentary filter using a container, cloth, layers of charcoal, sand, and small pebbles. This will remove sediment and improve taste, but it will not make the water safe from pathogens. You must still boil or chemically treat filtered water if possible. If you find yourself walking in circles, just pretend you're exploring. It sounds cooler. Next up, shelter. Protecting yourself from the elements is paramount. Exposure to extreme cold or heat can be deadly. Caves, great for shelter, bad for Wi-Fi. Choosing a location. Avoid low ground, prone to flash floods and colder air. Check for hazards. Look up for widow makers, dead branches that could fall. Wind protection. Find natural windbreaks like dense foliage, large rocks, or hillsides. Campfires, the original group chat. Building a shelter. Lean-to, simple and quick. Find a sturdy branch, prop one end against a tree or fallen log, and layer smaller branches, leaves, and pine needles over it. Angle it to shed rain and block wind. Debris huts, for when you want to sleep in a pile of leaves and call it rustic. Now, the part everyone asks about, food. Remember, you have weeks without food, but only days without water. Prioritize water and shelter first. When it comes to wild edibles, your mantra is, when in doubt, go without. And if you're really desperate, there's always pine needle tea. Tastes like Christmas, but with more regret. Mushrooms, nature's lottery. The prize? You might live. Let's be unequivocally clear. Do not eat wild mushrooms unless you are a certified expert mycologist. I cannot stress this enough. Many deadly mushrooms have edible lookalikes, and their toxins often cannot be destroyed by cooking. Eating the wrong mushroom can lead to agonizing pain, organ failure, or death. If it looks weird, don't eat it. That's just good life advice. If you ignore this warning and are in an absolutely desperate last resort situation, here are some executive avoids. White gills, ring, or vulva. The destroying angel and death cap, members of the deadly Amanita family, often have white gills, a ring, or skirt on the stem and or a bulbous, sac-like base, vulva. Avoid these features like the plague. Red on cap or stem, often a warning sign. Milky sap. Mushrooms that exude milky sap when broken are usually toxic. Universal edibility test. You may hear about this. It involves touching a plant to your skin, then your lips, then a tiny taste, waiting hours between each step. This test is not reliable for mushrooms and can still lead to severe illness or death. Do not try it. Giant puffball mushrooms, because sometimes nature just wants to show off. Even safer options like chicken of the woods or true puffballs have lookalikes or conditions where they can be toxic. Without specific, in-depth regional knowledge, the risk is simply too high. Focus your energy elsewhere. Berries offer a slightly better chance of finding edible food, but still demand absolute certainty in identification. Your life depends on it. Let's use the common but imperfect red, white, and blue rule of thumb. Black and blue, generally good for you. Many edible berries like blueberries, blackberries, and mulberries fall into this category. They are often dark-colored and grow on bushes or trees. Blackberries and raspberries are aggregate berries, made of many small globes. Red, use your head. This is where it gets tricky. Some red berries are delicious, wild raspberries, but many are highly poisonous. Holly, baneberry, yew. Never assume a red berry is safe. White and yellow. Kill a fellow. This is a very strong warning. Almost all white and yellow berries in the wild are poisonous. Think poison ivy berries, mistletoe, or baneberry. Avoid them completely. Key identifiers for common safe berries. Blackberries, raspberries. Aggregate fruits, often with thorns on the stems. Raspberries usually leave a hollow core when picked. Blueberries, small, round, often with a 5-pointed crown on the bottom. Mulberries, grow on trees, resemble elongated blackberries, can be black, red, or white. Always look for multiple identifying features. Does the leaf shape match? Does the plant grow in the right habitat? If you have any doubt, do not eat it. Beyond berries and mushrooms, other plant foods are safer bets if you can identify them. Cattails, often called the supermarket of the swamp. Almost all parts are edible at different times of the year. The white base of the stalk is edible raw or cooked. Wild onions. Garlic. If it looks and smells exactly like an onion or garlic bulb, it's likely safe. Dandelions. The leaves are edible raw, can be bitter, or cooked. Acorns. Edible, but require leaching, soaking, and rinsing to remove bitter tannins before cooking. General plant avoidance. Milky sap, a strong indicator of toxicity. Umbrella-shaped flower clusters, often found on highly poisonous plants like hemlock. Fine hairs, spines, waxy or shiny leaves can indicate irritating or poisonous plants. Essential wilderness tricks. Stay calm. Panic clouds, judgment. Take deep breaths. Stay put. If you're lost, staying in one place makes you easier to find. Signal for help using a mirror, whistle, 3 short blasts repeated, or a smoke signal during the day, 3 fires in a triangle at night. Conserve energy. Don't expend vital energy on unnecessary tasks. Move slowly and deliberately. Know your local area before you go. Research common edible and poisonous plants in the region you'll be in. This proactive knowledge is your best tool. Surviving in the wilderness is a test of resilience, knowledge, and calm. Prioritize shelter, water, and fire. When it comes to food, be incredibly cautious. Avoid mushrooms entirely and be absolutely certain of any berry identification. Nature provides, but it also contains dangers for the unprepared. The best survival tool isn't a fancy gadget, it's your brain. Educate yourself, practice your skills, and respect the power of the wild. Stay safe out there. If you found this guide helpful, hit that like button, subscribe for more survival tips, and share it with anyone who loves the outdoors. What's your top survival tip? Let us know in the comments below.